What's up, everybody? Welcome to Vibe for 5 Friday. You know what time it is. Might even be the best 5 minutes of your life.
Hey, man, be patient and you'll get there.
Oh, that's what they always say?
Well, 5 minutes could seem like an eternity if you're not careful.
It depends on who giving the 5 minutes, man. It can't feel like forever.
Well, it depends on the people in general.
I got you, man. But what's up, everybody, man? We got a new week we just wrapped up. The best weekend wind down you can ever get. You got Stro over here and you got D-Love on the mic. You know how we get down.
Hey, we're going to do it but one way. Stroking all the way.
All the way up.
If your mind is not being stimulated, then we're missing the point of living.
Okay. Let me say this before we get started. On the last episode, I shared with you guys I was going to share a story. Somebody thought I'd forget. He don't even know the story that I was talking about sharing. I think I made the comment when we were talking about the new generation with texting and thirsty, and I made a comment like, you get blocked on this end, and I made a comment like, if your number is even saved in my phone. So the story that came to me that someone thought I would forgot was, you know, my brother here, Stro, right here, man, I love him to death, man. You know, how long has this friendship
been
going
feels
on,
like
man?
It's been like 3 lifetimes, but maybe it's been a couple years.
Okay, been a couple years, but I want to say the reason why I made that comment in the story is it took this man like a whole year to put my name in his phone.
Why does that matter?
It mattered, man. I felt like a side chick.
Oh, man.
I felt like a side chick, man. That's how I felt.
Look, if you reach out to me and I reach out to you, that's equal automatically.
It don't matter, man. I was telling that story about, man, if I even put the name in the phone, I thought about Stro did me like that, man. That mean I wasn't important.
Always. You're a human being, right?
Oh, so you got a lot of human beings in your phone with no name. So what gave me the privilege of getting a name put in there? So I had to become extraterrestrial?
No. Thought it was necessary and you got
I did not think it was necessary. I let you move on your own accord. We fighting spiritual up in here, y'all.
Oh,
I felt played.
But no, you should never feel played in a situation
I'm joking.
like
I'm joking with you.
Oh,
man.
No, real talk. You know how we all are. You know, at the end of the day, man, you reach out to me, I'm going to reach out to you.
Right,
We're
right,
on
right,
an equal
right.
accord, right? That's vibe.
It just means that he doesn't take the word friendship lightly. You know what I'm saying? We've graduated past that now. That's my family right there, y'all. Y'all know I call him my brother all the time because that's what he is. That's my brother. So I'm just joking. I just brought it up because someone said I would forget, and that thought did come past my mind. But what's up, man? Tell me about your week, dude. What's going on?
Man, it's been a positive week. I can't tell no lie. You know, every morning that I woke up, I was breathing and I sat outside and I saw nature take its course. Some of the most beautiful things happens when you sit outside.
Like what?
Oh, man, watch an owl.
Anything.
Anything.
You have to slow down for a life like that, though. People don't slow down.
Hummingbird.
A hummingbird. I think I
Smell
took a
a
picture
flower.
of one. You're right. This man been getting me closer to nature, man. I grew up in the country. So when you grow up in the country, you don't appreciate things like that as much as the next person because you desire more. You know, I want to be in the city. And I'm tired of these trees, tired of these birds. So I've kind of slowed down a little bit. Is that a word? Slowing down? I've slowed down a little bit. And I'm appreciating nature. Yeah, that was the country coming out.
Some backwoods
Oh,
stuff.
that was all the way in the trees, man. That was me.
But look, you know, at the end of the day, we do have to slow down. And let me tell you something. We talked about early on in our first episode about connection. And then you'll see that vulnerability, connection, and vibing with one another, connecting with each other, right? Mm-hmm. If you can't connect to nature, how you going to connect to another human being that's supposed to be natural?
Got you. You hit that on the head, man. Because, connection is all we're about around here. If you can't connect with another, are you really living? If you can't make a connection with another person?
No, man, you'll be dead.
Man.
Because let me give you an example. You take the plant life, right? Mm-hmm. There's a terminology for that, but let's go back to the fact that it has to be nurtured. It has to be connected to something bigger than itself. Okay. If it doesn't get watered, it doesn't live.
Okay, and without plants, we don't live.
See?
It provides the oxygen, man. What they call it, the circle of life. That's what that is, man. Nature is the circle of life, man. Before we get carried away on here and get down in it, because, man, 5 minutes for us, wow.
Ooh, can you last?
Oh, I can last, man. I can go. Don't get me started, man. This week's episode that just dropped beginning of the week. We record so much, man. I get it all twisted. Was about pride. Putting your pride to the side, man. In order to live life, man, to really appreciate everything, you can't let that pride get in the way because it can stop so many things from happening in your life, so many opportunities.
Man, simple quotation is before a crash if you're not careful. Our ego can cause us to trip. Right. We'll start looking at ourselves like we're more important than it.
Right.
You know what it is? Life.
Life, man. And I started healing myself by even listening to that episode, man, because my ego is humongous. So when we on there talking to you, man, I'm really talking to myself, and by proxy, you guys get help too. And what do you think about that, Stro, man? What about yourself? Is that like therapeutic to you too, these episodes we drop?
Oh, absolutely. When you get to express yourself with another human being at the end of the day, that's therapeutic. You know, that's the value of connecting ourselves with people or nature for that matter.
Right.
You know, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to be isolate. Proverbs 18:1, if I got to get you twisted. But if you sit outside and appreciate what God is doing for you, you allow yourself to be connected to something. By the time you get to a person, you allow connection.
Wow, man. That's a poem, dog. Let me get your pen and pad at? Are you reading that? Where that's coming from? That's coming from God, your soul? What
Oh,
is that?
man, if your heart and your chakra not intertwined,
Right.
you don't find yourself aligned.
I'm going to have to spend more time in nature, man, if it inspire you like that, because I need to come up with poems on the fly when I'm just talking dirt. I don't know if that happened for me, man. I'm not privileged. 5 minutes, we can roll past it. Oh, whatever. We roll past it, but as usual, we can always drop next week's episode Tuesday. Tune in. We drop them at 5 a.m. It will be about loyalty, man. How many of you know about that, man?
5 for 5.
Bye.
Come get with us.